The anima is a subconscious part of your mind that we all must integrate properly in order to have a more balanced life. Have you ever felt like a part of yourself was missing, hidden, or misunderstood? Maybe there's a side of you that feels unexplored, like an instinct or emotion or creativity that you can't quite put into words. Psychologist Carl Jung believed this hidden part of ourselves is the key to understanding who we truly are. For men, this is the anima, the inner feminine aspect of the psyche. It represents the emotional, intuitive, and creative side that often gets buried under the demands of logic, control, or societal expectations. For women, this is the animus, the inner masculine aspect of the psyche, which we will explore in a future video. By the end of this video, you will have a deep understanding of the anima, what properly integrating it looks like, what improperly integrating it looks like, and steps that you can take to properly integrate it so that you can have a healthier and more balanced life. The anima isn't just some abstract idea. It plays a crucial role in personal growth, emotional depth, and how we connect with others. When integrated properly, it can bring wisdom, compassion, and balance to your life. But here's the catch. If you ignore this part of yourself, or if it's misunderstood, it can lead to emotional repression, shallow relationships, and unhealthy projections. For example, in real life, men who suppress their emotions often struggle with vulnerability, making it harder to build meaningful connections or ending up in toxic or abusive relationships, whether it's them who is the abuser or the abused. This struggle is symbolized in the Greek myth of the labyrinth and the minotaur, called the myth of Theseus and the minotaur. The labyrinth represents the complex unconscious mind, while the minotaur, a wild untamed creature, embodies the shadow side of the anima. Theseus can only navigate the labyrinth and conquer the beast with the help of Ariadne, who provides the thread that guides him. Without her, a representation of the anima, he would be lost and consumed by chaos. Ariadne is pretty much a metaphor to the anima of Theseus, because she embodies feminine qualities like intuition, guidance, and connection to the unconscious. She is Theseus' intuition and gut feeling for finding his way out of the chaotic labyrinth. It's pretty much a metaphor of finding your way through the chaotic and complex mind. You can only do that if you integrate all these subconscious parts of yourselves, which includes the anima. In pop culture, we see this in Luke Skywalker from Star Wars. Early on, he's impulsive and emotionally detached, but through his journey, and with Leia as a guiding influence, he learns to trust his intuition and emotions, embodying his anima. Later in this video, we'll explore more examples from myths and stories, how the anima affects your day-to-day life, and what happens if you fail to integrate it properly. Because understanding your anima isn't just about personal growth. It's about unlocking a part of yourself that can transform your life. And if you're not careful, it might just ruin your life instead. So let's dive in. The anima, according to Carl Jung, is a vital part of the male psyche, acting as a bridge to the unconscious. It connects men to their inner world of emotions, dreams, and intuition. Jung saw the anima as a guide to self-discovery, helping men understand their deeper feelings and inner conflicts. The anima evolves through 4 stages of development, each representing a deeper connection to the inner feminine. And if you have not integrated each of these 4 stages properly and you're stuck at one of these stages, this gets projected onto what kind of partner you're attracted to. So let's start with the first stage, which is called Eve, like Adam and Eve. This symbolizes basic attraction and nurturing qualities often associated with the mother figure. At this stage, a man might seek a partner who provides comfort, stability, or care, relying on her for emotional reassurance or practical support. This stage often reflects dependency rather than mutual growth. So if it's not properly integrated and you're stuck at this stage because you haven't evolved past it, you see men who are mainly attracted to women who can take care of them while they can just be irresponsible and let their partner take care of everything for them. The second stage is Helen, named after Helen of Troy, representing romantic and aesthetic inspiration. Here, a man is captivated by beauty and the idea of love, often idolizing his partner as a muse. In real life, we see this in men who pursue someone that excites his passions or elevates his social standing, seeking admiration rather than connection. So this person who has not properly integrated this second stage is mainly looking for a partner just for their appearance and they're not really looking for that connection, which is something that's really important for our own self-growth. So now with the third stage, this is called marry, which introduces spiritual and emotional depth. At this point, a man begins to value vulnerability and shared values in a relationship. He seeks a partner who supports his emotional growth, encourages self-discovery, and helps him navigate life's deeper challenges. This stage moves beyond surface attraction to a meaningful connection. In order to have fulfillment and completeness, you need to integrate the fourth stage. So finally, the anima reaches the stage of Sophia, symbolizing wisdom and completeness. In this stage, a man seeks a partner who embodies balance, intellect, and mutual understanding. The relationship becomes a partnership of equals, where both individuals grow together rather than looking to one another for fulfillment. At this point, the man and his partner can live independently on their own as two separate people, feeling complete, but they choose to be in a relationship together because they want to, and they can gain wisdom from one another. They can gain a connection, a deep connection, as well as learn deep wisdom from one another. Each stage reflects a deepening understanding of the feminine aspect within, and progressing through them helps a man achieve greater self-awareness and harmony. By nurturing this connection, the anima becomes a powerful guide toward personal and emotional growth. Let's explore what it looks like when the anima is properly integrated. These examples from myths and pop culture show how embracing the inner feminine can lead to balance, growth, and transformation. In mythology, we can look to Odysseus from the Odyssey. While renowned for his intellect and strategy, his journey home is guided by more than just logic. He listens to his dreams, trusts Circe's wisdom, and learns to navigate the emotional and relational challenges of his journey. These moments show how his connections to anima qualities like intuition, empathy, and trust help him find his way home. In pop culture, we see Simba in The Lion King. Initially running from his emotions after the loss of his father, Simba's journey back to reclaiming his throne is driven by reconnecting with his inner self. Rafiki and Nala serve as guides, but it's ultimately Simba's willingness to face his fears, embrace his vulnerabilities, and take responsibility that reflects his anima's integration. Through this process, he finds balance and strength to lead. Another example is Frodo Baggins from The Lord of the Rings. Frodo's strength isn't brute force or traditional heroics, but his deep empathy, inner resolve, and capacity to endure. His relationship with Sam, his guide and support, highlights anima qualities like emotional connection and trust. This integration allows Frodo to carry out his mission even when the burden feels unbearable. In real life, a man who integrates his anima doesn't suppress his emotions or view vulnerability as weakness. Instead, he embraces emotional awareness, empathy, and a balanced approach to relationships and decision-making. This might look like a father who listens deeply to his children, showing them both strength and tenderness. It could be a leader who prioritizes collaboration over domination, valuing the perspective of others. For example, men like Fred Rogers from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood embodies these qualities. He was deeply empathetic, emotionally present, and unafraid to discuss difficult topics, modeling how emotional intelligence can inspire and heal. Another example would be George Harrison, known for his spiritual journey and emotional depth. Harrison used his music and advocacy to convey compassion, inner peace, and a search for higher meaning, as seen in songs like My Sweet Lord. Similarly, Bob Marley embraced his emotional vulnerability and spiritual connection through his music, blending themes of love, unity, and social justice in tracks like Redemption Song. All these men demonstrated how qualities like empathy, intuition, and emotional depth, often associated with the anima, can lead to transformative creativity, authentic leadership, and a lasting legacy of connection and healing. When men embrace their anima, they lead with emotional intelligence and authenticity. They forge stronger relationships, navigate challenges with resilience, and create harmony with themselves and the world around them. By understanding these examples, both fictional and real, we can see how integrating the anima can be transformative, allowing men to reach their full potential as balanced and compassionate individuals. Now let's shift to what happens when the anima is not integrated, when emotions are suppressed or the inner feminine is ignored. This disconnection can manifest in damaging ways, both personally and in society. A clear example from myths is the story of King Midas. Obsessed with wealth and power power, Midas ignores the emotional and relational aspects of life. Symbolizing an unintegrated anima, his inability to balance logic with compassion leads to isolation and suffering, a reminder of the dangers of prioritizing material success over emotional growth. In pop culture, the chaotic relationship between Harley Quinn and the Joker is a vivid representation of an unintegrated anima. The Joker's complete disregard for his emotions and intuition results in a toxic dynamic fueled by manipulation and violence. Harley's initial obsession with him reflects her projection of an idolized anima onto someone deeply broken. Together, their inability to process or integrate their inner selves creates a destructive feedback loop of chaos and pain. Another example is Anakin Skywalker from Star Wars. Anakin's inability to confront and integrate his anima leads to his downfall as he suppresses his emotions, allowing fear and anger to take over. His fixation on protecting Padme at all costs is driven by an unhealthy projection of his anima, leading to his transformation into Darth Vader. This highlights how neglecting inner emotional work can result in a complete loss of balance and identity. In real life, the consequences of an unintegrated anima are equally profound. A man who suppresses his emotions might find himself unable to form meaningful relationships, turning instead to work, distractions, or unhealthy coping mechanisms to fill the void. For example, someone who idolizes a partner might unknowingly project their anima onto them, creating an unrealistic ideal and leading to disappointment when the reality doesn't match. On a societal level, we see this in the concept of toxic masculinity, a culture that discourages men from expressing vulnerability, empathy, or intuition. These anima qualities are often dismissed, resulting in emotional repression, aggression, and disconnected relationships. Without embracing the anima, the full spectrum of humanity remains incomplete, both in individuals and communities. By exploring these examples, we see that the failure to integrate the anima doesn't just affect the individual, it ripples out into relationships and society at large, leading to imbalance, pain, and disconnection. Integrating the anima is a powerful journey toward personal wholeness. And there are several ways to begin this process. First, let's talk about self-reflection. One of the most effective methods for connecting with the anima is through journaling. Take some quiet time each day to write freely your thoughts, feelings, and dreams. This practice can reveal patterns that point to deeper aspects of your psyche. Dream analysis is another tool. As Carl Jung suggested, dreams often carry messages from the unconscious, providing insights into the anima's presence and role in your life. Engaging in creative activities like painting, dancing, or writing poetry also allows the anima to express herself in symbolic forms, helping you understand her energy and integrate her more fully into your consciousness. Next, relationships play a significant role in anima integration. Cultivating emotional intelligence is key. The anima is often expressed through our interactions with others, particularly in romantic or deep emotional connections. To understand the anima, we must learn to recognize and embrace our emotions, not shy away from them. Building genuine relationships that encourage vulnerability and understanding can help us connect with the feminine aspects of our psyche. By observing how we relate to others, we gain insight into our inner world, and over time, we can develop a more balanced and authentic emotional expression. Finally, mindfulness is a powerful practice for confronting our inner fears and shadows. Through meditation and mindfulness techniques, we create space to sit with discomfort, to face what we have often tried to avoid, our fears, insecurities, and the aspects of ourselves that we have repressed. The anima often resides in these shadow parts of ourselves, and as we become more aware of them, we invite integration. By allowing ourselves to sit with these emotions and thoughts, we create room for healing and transformation. Mindfulness can also help you develop a deeper connection to your unconscious, bringing the anima out of the shadows and into the light of your conscious awareness. Carl Jung emphasized the importance of individuation, the process of becoming whole by integrating all parts of ourselves. The anima is a crucial part of this journey. By reflecting on our inner world, building meaningful relationships, and practicing mindfulness, we align with the process of individuation and move toward balance and wholeness in our lives. The anima isn't just an abstract concept, as I mentioned earlier. It's a vital part of becoming a whole and balanced person. Reflect for a moment. How do you relate to your emotions and creativity? Are there parts of yourself you've been neglecting? I encourage you to start exploring your anima through journaling or diving into myths and stories that resonate with you. In a future video, we'll explore the animus, the inner masculine within the female psyche. How does it guide, challenge, and transform? And remember, as Carl Jung said, knowing your darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of others. Though integrating your anima is important, it is far from the only thing you need to do to find or maintain a healthy life for self-discovery. On this channel, we explore various topics related to psychology, spirituality, and how society affects you. So make sure you watch this video here to learn more. Thanks for watching.